If anybody doesn't know me, I'm Noah, the best man, no big deal. Slightly a procrastinator. I don't know if you've got that so far.
Filipino time. Yeah.
Undying commitment. Unbridled devotion. Unparalleled passion.
What site did you get this off?
I, of course, am talking about Shawn and my Bromance. Shawn and I go back a few
Days.
a dozen years, no big deal. Then we have Andrea.
Oh.
Where was this going? Alright, so my wife, WeiJie, and Lori, and I, we had a bet going as to when Shawn would pop a question. And they were way too optimistic about Shawn's ability to share his love with me, with Andrea. It took me moving to a different country. I took orders to Japan. 2 months later. 2 months later, Papa question. 2 months it took him to have this eye of the tiger. To this. Alright, so.
To this.
To this. Like a racehorse with blinders on, looking at the sand in front of him. Nothing. It took me leaving. Just saying. So I have a definition here. Attraction and chemistry. Any given chemical compound, the elements always combine in the same proportion with each other. This is the law of constant composition. Okay. The law of constant composition states that any particular chemical compound in samples of the compound will make up of the elements in the same proportion and ratio in the example of like a water molecule. It's always made up of 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. So, oxygen. Oxygen's great. Oxygen is 2 atoms intertwined. So the electrons, there are 6 electrons around 1 nuclei. And Shawn and I are combined. Intertwined in one another. Oxygen is great, mind you, but then hydrogen comes along. Andrea's hydrogen. This goes into a long discussion of oxygen, diametric molecule, meaning of molecules. Alright, we don't need that. Shawn and I are oxygen. Oxygen is great, but really, we cannot exist without water. With water, you need hydrogen. And 1 oxygen molecule has to be cast off. Nay. Disposed of. In order to have the life-sustaining water. And really, water is what I have right here. I love you guys so much. And cheers to a long and happy life.
I would just like to point out that water is That was quite possibly the longest toast I've ever heard. But good job. Give it up for him again. And also the only time I've ever had molecules brought into a toast. So extra kudos. Now we're going to do the cake while we have your attention. So since we already have your attention.